So, you remember that video from Saturday? Yikes, don't do this. The account tune-up for Darnol. So, he actually didn't do that. That was one of his fun accounts where he does the opposite of his main account. So, let's jump into that one because Barry did Barry things yet again. What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're tuning up the proper account this time for Darnol, not like last time. And this account looks a little bit better. Does it have a sword flash still? No, it does not, which I personally don't like, but to each their own. At the very least, this account does have a queen. The queen's going to be really the bread and butter of this account to help carry it, but that does mean Vortex is going to be a struggle, and probably things like Tower of Dream as well. We do have a full Splendid A and B on here. I really don't like an HP Speed Stone. That needs to be at the very least a Speed Attack Stone. Otherwise, the HP is kind of counterintuitive to what the Augustus Magic Ball is trying to accomplish. Same thing with this. If you're going to run an A and B, you got to make sure you're running offensive stats. So in reality, this should be looking more like this for the queen. Or if you're really going for speed, you do the growth, and that should be what you're running. Of course, the V3 or the E3 is kind of up to you to decide what to pick there. We have damage reduction, block, and crit damage. I don't like running crit damage over crit because, well, if you don't crit damage does absolutely nothing. Yeah, if you have 0% crit chance, you literally can't use that crit damage. Block, I'm not a big fan of either, but I mean, maybe you're going for a really cool synergy here for your setup. 145% block does seem a little excessive, especially if you use the stone too. You definitely need to re-roll the stone. Not really sure if you have the resources to. Gold and Spirit looks like it's a little tight. Now, the other Transcendence hero you did go for is Fairy Queen Vesa. I really wish this should have been a Sword Flash. I really wish it would have been, because you would have been making so much more progress. She is fun, she is cool, and you have pretty much all the setups that you have here. Imagine this is going to be all-out offensive. Yeah, so this must be your PvE damage dealer. I'm intrigued. Hold on. Okay, I was like, hopefully you didn't have a sword flash and then swap it, just because those stones felt very sword flashish. Pretty good setup for the two of them. Let's check out the other heroes, see what other artifacts we have going on. We do have a Splendid Demon Bell. We have a single crown. Do we have anything else floating around? We have a couple ticks, which you guys know my opinion on that. Antlers Cane is really good for Vesa when you're talking about PvE, but same with Ithaca. We have a 1-star crown, so that means we have 3 copies in total, it looks like. And that is about it. No, we actually have 4, so this account is ready to have a Splendid crown set up on it as well. Okay, where can this account make progress? Again, the 2 ticks, besides like broken spaces, like 8 and 9, ticks really doesn't have a use. If you guys didn't know, I'm going to make a video about it as well. That's one of the best survivability tools for broken spaces like 9, where you're coming up against that Russell that has ridiculous amounts of attack. Ticks is a really good solution for it. He can lower the attack and do some attack swaps and everything. It's really fun. It's really effective. You can get it done with just a few tickets on an end game account. It's pretty solid. So, what to do? Of course, number one, I think the priority here really needs to be Sealand Abyss. You've already managed to clear through 22. You're into 23. This first wave is one of the most difficult battles you will face when it's coming to the Abyss faction. First thing I can say is you got to build at least one E5 Ignis. One E5 Ignis is going to do a lot for both Vortex, Tower Dream, and especially Sealand. So building that Ignis is going to be very, very key. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies right now. Not too bad. Do we have some chests? Yeah, we have some chests too, so that is not too bad either. You have some spheres just kind of saving up. Of course, make sure you only use these on Stellar Shards. Do not use them on Crystals of Transcendence. You're ready for a Star Spawn to be leveled up. You're halfway to a full event for Scrolls. Looking pretty good. Resources, Dust, you have enough for like 3 soulstone, 3 stones, but your promotion stones, your spirit, and your gold are getting very, very low. Okay, all right. Let's jump into here as well. I really like the new island because you can kind of jump around. If I can only remember which building. So you have 7 suits of resonance gear. That is pretty good. You get the 1 for the Vesa. You get more for Rangers. Okay, looking good. We got some skins, and then of course artifacts. We only have 3 splendid artifacts right now, but you have enough copies to get that crown, so definitely get that crown built next. Okay, so as far as next Transcendence hero goes, that most definitely has to be a Sword Flash. I cannot see Aspen coming out in about a month and a half and being a better option than Sword Flash. Sword Flash just does everything nowadays. Besides Sealand, she does do Sealand, but she's going to require a lot of backup. You don't have that backup. The best option you could choose here is definitely go for Abyss. Your main focus here, everything should be on Abyss. Getting that 1 golden crown leveled up is going to be huge. You already have the offensive artifacts for Scarlet Queen, which is good. You have both a Punisher Staff and an Antlers Cane. Both are going to come in handy. You also have this A and B, which is going to come in handy. And then you're going to need that Splendid Crown on the Ignis. So you have 15 heroes almost all the way up, so you're pretty much optimizing your Void Arc on top of everything else. Are you close? You're kind of close. So those spheres would get you about 1 million away from a 3rd V4 hero, which is pretty solid right here. Yeah, I mean, you're looking like you're in a really good spot on this account, minus the Sword Flash. I would say my next project, if this was my account, would be most definitely building Ignis up. She is going to be the cornerstone of helping this this Scarlet Queen Halora get to Sealand 25. You pretty much have the artifacts already ready to go. The residents probably will need to be switched to a different hero. Yeah, it's kind of rough in here if you don't have the support heroes to really buff your main residence holder up. I would suggest putting Queen in here in the future when you go to push Sealand. That's going to be really, really important. I like your little town there. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's what it is. Your next project, if you don't really feel like finishing the Amun-Ra right now because you don't really need it, I would suggest building that Ignis. As far as your rest of your account, it looks pretty solid. I mean, the only thing that seems redundant is having 2 of these E5 ticks. They're not really doing much for you right now. You might be better off if you choose to. If you choose to regress a hero, I would probably pick 1 of the ticks and leave the other ticks alone. Maybe you could finish your Amun-Ra project and then also start working on that Ignis, and then you'll be able to really profit in Sealand. So focus on Sealand. Ignis is your key to getting that done. You have the artifacts ready. As soon as Ormus Workshop comes back, you can just build that crown up to the next Splendid Artifact. Looking good. So apologies for the last one. I guess you did get a free account tune-up on your secondary account, which was interesting. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully this helped you out. If you have any more questions, Darnol, definitely hit me up on Discord. See you guys next time.